cold last night, and we were cuddled up and we were okay, and I just convinced Norelle that we needed to go back into town, let the car warm us up, and we'll go to Starbucks, and I'll be able to get some work done. She could sleep more in the car. But when I grabbed the keys, the buttons that were in my jacket pocket wouldn't unlock the car. And then, so I just put the keys in the ignition, turned it on, and it's 11 degrees outside. And all the windows are totally frozen. Obviously the towels outside are frozen. No wonder the guy who pulled up late, who comes here a few times a year, was laughing at me when I said hopefully it wouldn't get too far below the upper 30s. I have no idea how we're going to defrost this windshield. Yeah, the front windows are starting to defrost now. Here, I can tap on the screen. See that? And we can also see, I'm going to show out the window in a sec, all the hot springs across the valley are steaming, so it's a kind of a cool shot. So this morning, after waking up to the freezing cold, we found a laundromat here in town at Mammoth Lakes, and then we found a campground that had showers that we snuck into. So now that we're all clean, Norelle's taking care of a few work things, and I'm grabbing some items from Rite Aid.
Okay, so we have left Mammoth Lakes and took this morning to do a laundromat errand, and then also to find a free shower in a campground that was closed, but some of their facilities were still open, and we both had a free hot shower. It was awesome. And now we got some lunch and filled up on our drinking water, and we are off to Death Valley.
Just entered Death Valley, and as we were passing the sign, Norelle was like, hey, shouldn't we stop and take a photo? So kind of swerved over to the side and walking back to the sign now.
So we just stopped at the ranger station, and normally we would have to pay $35. And this is our third national park that we've been to. First one was Crater Lake, then Yosemite, and now Death Valley. And because we have this handy annual national parks pass, it's called the America the Beautiful Pass. It costs $80, but allows you entrance to all the national parks, which otherwise would be a $35 fee per. So we have just paid for our national parks pass.
Just made it to our campsite here in Death Valley, and using the phone to block the sun there because it's pretty bright. But a couple of neighbors in this beautiful canyon. Should be great.
It's quite the view.
So, given that it's about 70 degrees right now, it's kind of chilly, put on my jacket again. Got a feeling that this desert is going to be one of those medium during the day and freezing cold at night, so looks like another cold one. So last night, I went and took a little walk to look at the stars, and went out just between these hills right there, and heard this weird grunting sound. I saw these eyes, and so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna turn around. Came back here to the campsite, told Norelle, I said, I think there's maybe like a bobcat or something out there. It was like growling at me, and then all of a sudden I heard the same sound, but just a whole bunch of them going right down this road. And I was like, maybe it's like a donkey tour or something like that. And Norelle's like, no, there's no lights. So we have no idea what they were, about the size and quantity as an elk herd, but I have no idea if there are elk out here. But there is something out there that's a bunch of poop from something that's too small to be a horse and too big to be just about anything else. So we're gonna ask a ranger next chance we get. If anybody knows what kind of poop this is the herd of animals we saw last night, but only just their shadows.
So we just stopped at this cool spot up here, and it was a mill that was owned by a guy named Roy Jornigan, and apparently he started this mill he started it in 1934 when the price of gold went from $20 an ounce to $35 an ounce, and he wanted to work with local miners to help cut transportation costs and thus turn a profit by doing some smelting and processing the raw ore to help, I guess, minimize the weight before they took it on further in. Little confused about the process because the sign isn't all that informative. We'll look it up when we get back to service, but yeah.
So we just checked into the ranger station to get the pass, and so we could see things like the sand dunes, but I totally forgot to ask about the whole elk thing. So I'm gonna have to do more research later. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think. These tracks pretty much everywhere, and you could follow these little critters. This one's probably a lizard. It goes around this rock, around here, and into the hole. If we had some sleds, I'd totally come back and stay longer, but other than just climbing a few sand dunes, there's really not all that much you can do, other than take some Instagram shots.
That's what we did.
That's what we did. So I keep looking for Moss Isley around here. I'm sure it's out here somewhere, but I'll let you guys know if we find it. We just saw a sign for the Natural History Association and we turned off to see if we could get some answers about how this whole valley was formed, and also the elk. We got to figure out if those were elk last night. Yeah, don't worry. Well, they're closed. I'm guessing it's because it's Saturday. And the question remains unanswered. We can look up on Wikipedia the whole, was this a lake bed thing? But as far as those elk go, we're still gonna have to find somebody. I thought we were coming out here to see some moisture farms, but apparently it's borax mines. It'll do. Honestly though, we have no idea what borax is or what it does. So if you guys know, let us know in the comments. Thanks. Kind of looks like a but like you got a smokestack and an engine and just parked right inside this old brick garage right here.
Stabilization of the Harmony Borax Works was made possible in part by a donation from the Death Valley 49ers Association in 1975.
Yeah, but do they tell us what borax is?
No.
I think borax would be an amazing professional wrestler's name. It'd be awesome.
So borax comes from salt minerals called borates, which were deposited here, and water dissolved the borates, and then they recrystallized into what is known as borax, which is used by blacksmiths potters, dairy farmers, housewives, meat packers, and even morticians. Yeah, so I guess it's just the salt preservative that we use for all kinds of things. And then it was processed here at the Harmony Borax Mines.
Now we know.
Now
So this here is the 20 mule team wagon. And it got me thinking, maybe if they were using so many mules out here, maybe some got loose and it was wild mules that we saw the other night. Again, we gotta find a ranger and ask. Still think that Borax would make an awesome professional wrestler name because it's like a cross between Boris and Ajax. It'd be awesome. Never in my life have I paid over $5 for gas, and I just paid $5.52 for a few gallons just because we don't know if there's another gas station out there. We don't have any reception, and according to the map, there's not anything else between here and Vegas. So, I mean, we don't have a full map, but better safe than sorry. Also, show the map. What did you see on there? The bighorn sheep?
Yeah.
So on the map, they have illustrations.
Back of the map, there's illustrations for bighorn sheep, so that's what might have been.
Maybe. Still got to figure it out.
So on our way out of the park, we have seen at least 2 signs for bighorn sheep, like potentially crossing the road situation. We're pretty sure that's what the animal last night must have been.
But we saw like 50 of them, and they're just dark in the shadows. We couldn't get anything on film, so we didn't bother because we could barely even see it with our flashlights. But there's a lot of them.
Yeah, we could just tell there was a herd of 4-legged beasts walking along the road.
Yep. And if we didn't get that gas, we definitely wouldn't have made it here. But here, it's $2.97. Way better price. Oh, here is somewhere in Nevada. Can't remember the name. I'll let you know. So, name of the place is Pahrump.
Yes.
And Norelle said like Pahrumpa Pump Pump.
Exactly.
Like the freaking drummer boy.
One last try. That's what we're giving it. We have tried 3 different places
To find a sticker. Yeah.
A Las Vegas sticker, and we are going to Walmart.
There's no city pride here.
Apparently not.
I guess not. Not enough. So since we were just passing through Vegas today, we almost blew right out stopping to get a sticker that we feel because we spent a whole week here last year. And now that we've been technically here with number 43, I feel like might as well put one on. In my life did I think that Walmart would be the solution to so many problems, but they're proving me wrong. Guys, they got mouse pads, they got calendars, they got mugs, but no stickers. We might just give up here if we can't. Nope. And this is the sticker section. And not the decal section. Giving up. I guess we didn't really earn it anyway. Not this time at least. We got some extra propane and crazy glue
for my fingernails. So that
yeah, she broke a nail. We're gonna glue it back together.
Is that EP7?
No, this is LA. Started yesterday. 10,000 people.
Oh no.
Jeez. All right, now we're off to our campsite, which is about 30 to 45 minutes outside to the east of Vegas. And we're gonna chill there for the evening.
So we're at Lake Mead, which is a national park.
Another one.
Another national park. So we just had our first free entry. Now that we've been to enough national parks that our pass is paid off.
So we're home free from now on.
We're home free from now on. Any
Anywhere
national parks for the rest,
or
for a whole year, a whole 12 months through the
Yeah.
end of next October. It's great.
So I was wondering what the potential hazard of wind speed is today, and good thing they have a sign saying that it's like negative something. So I guess we don't have to worry. Just found a spot at Lake Mead, which we had no idea was a national park. which was kind of a nice surprise because we can get in for free now. And it's just a bunch of fire pit holes along a dirt road next to this nice little lake here we're going to check out. I gotta say is of all the national parks we've been to, this one's probably the trashiest. Look at this. Other than that car up at the top, that's a beauty. All right, so what's up?
Well, I tore my nail like deep into the nail bed a couple days ago, and I had been putting Meluka stuff on it and Band-Aid to keep it secure and to keep it from tearing more. But now it's time to get crazy.
All right.
That did not open well. You're gonna speed this up, right?
Sure. Yeah. We'll cut straight to it. It's just like nail polish.
Just like nail polish.
You might need a couple layers.
It's pretty thick.
Yeah.
Here.
Maybe blow on it. So we weren't really planning on lighting a fire tonight, but this guy who was fishing just came by and he dropped off like a whole stack of wood over here and said he wanted us to take whatever we could. So guess we're doing a fire again tonight. Was just gonna sit in the car and edit, but maybe we'll sit by the fire and edit. Why not? That should do it.
That should do it.